Hello, fellow educators and students. Today's video is going to be on enabling your camera and microphone for web conferencing. So, if you go into Google Meets, and when you're going to join or create a meeting, you might notice in Chrome you get this pop-up that asks you for using your microphone. So, I'm going to accidentally click block, because we want to pretend you might be having some issues getting your microphone to work. Normally you want to click allow, but let's say for example you accidentally clicked block for your camera or your microphone. So when you get into your meeting, your camera will work, but your microphone may not. And this is also true if your camera doesn't work. So if you're having one of those issues, the first thing you want to try, and this is for when you're doing any type of video conferencing through Google Chrome, over here on the top right side you'll see these three block of dots. You'll go down to settings. So we're looking for a microphone. So you just start typing microphone in and you'll see there's a little highlight for everything that deals with the word microphone. If you're searching something else, you can put in the search terms and it'll lead you right to that spot. So we want to deal with microphone for site settings. And you'll see right there it says microphone. You want to always make sure it's asked before accessing is turned on, because if that's turned off, that means your mic could get triggered at any time and you may not know it. So you'll notice right now I've got allow enabled for smart music and Soundtrap, but Google Meets got blocked because I blocked it, which some people might do accidentally. You might just do it by just not realizing that that's what you're blocking, but if you accidentally do it, you have two options. The first option is you can hit that little trash can icon, and which will delete it, and if that gets done, next time you go into Google Meets, it'll ask for using your microphone or your camera again. Just make sure you click allow and you'll be all set to go. The other option, which is actually a little bit easier, is if you click on this little arrow, it's going to give you all sorts of options. It's going to ask, do you want to use location? If you accidentally block the camera, you could allow it from here, and you'll notice microphone is right there and it says block. If I change that to allow and then I go back, you'll notice it's now under allow, so next time I go into Google Meets, my microphone will work. It's the same idea with your camera. If I search camera, site settings, now you'll see microphones right below it. There's camera right there. If I click on camera, you'll see allow. But if I click on that and tell the camera to block and go back, you'll see now it's under the block. So I'm going to move that back to allow. And now it's back under that allow setting. This is a really handy feature. It might be a good chance, especially for your camera and mic, just to see what sites are allowed. And if there's something there you're not quite sure what it is, or it's something you don't use anymore, I would go ahead and just delete it. You want to make sure that whatever has access to your mic and camera, you want to be in full control of what those sites are. You don't want anything that's maybe a little fishy or something you don't know what it is with that access. So that's the first step. That generally works for Google Meets. If you're using Zoom or some sort of client that's installed to your MacBook, that's when you have another option you want to look at if something's not working, either your microphone or your camera. So if you're using Zoom or WebEx or any of those other meeting programs, what you'll want to do is click on this little Apple logo in the top left. You'll click on System Preferences. Now, over the years, Mac has locked down its operating system. They want only specific things to have permissions to use different features, especially microphone and camera. They don't want anybody accidentally triggering it on you without you knowing. Maybe not accidentally, but being a little nefarious and wanting to track you a little bit. So they're really locking those things down, and it can be a little bit of a pain to keep track of what programs have access and which ones do not. So this is a real easy area where you might get into Zoom and the other people are going, "Hey, we can't hear you." So you can go in this way and hopefully change the settings, which then people can hear you and or see you. So when you're in System Preferences, you'll see this little Security and Privacy icon. You'll click on that. And then normally your General tab will be clicked, but you want to come over and click on this Privacy. And you'll see there's all sorts of categories here. The one you want to look at is your microphone and your camera. So if I click on microphone, you'll see all the different programs on my computer that have access to my microphone. This is also another place to look if you're having any issues with Google Chrome and the browser working with your webcam or microphone. So if you've gone into your Chrome settings and make sure that the camera is allowed and the microphone is allowed and you're still having issues, come into this section and you can make sure that Google Chrome is checked off under the camera and microphone. If there's anything there you don't want access to your microphone, you can uncheck the box. So for example, if Zoom is not working with the microphone and you come in here, you might see Zoom is unchecked. If you tick the box to check it off, your microphone will now work for Zoom. Same thing with your camera. If you come in here, here's all the list of programs that uses your webcam. If Zoom is unticked or any of those ones are unticked, just tick them and they will start working for you. So those are two quick places to check if your webcam or microphone is not working for different video conferencing programs. Don't forget to check out my site at adamontech.com, where you can submit suggestions or follow-up questions to these video tutorials. While there, you can also read my writings that explore a number of topics in greater detail. You can also leave a comment below or hit me up on Twitter at twitter.com/adamontech. Don't forget to hit that like button below, and while you're doing that, also take a moment to subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date with my latest tutorials. So until next time, this is Adam on Tech, signing off.